All right, hello. Tyler Bryden here. I hope everything's going well. Man, the days are flying by, and with every day that flies by, a new development in large language models and generative AI is born. And this one was a big one. After last week, or I think even this week, I don't even know, I'm losing track of time. Facebook released, make a video, basically text prompt to video generation. People were saying, Meta coming to everyone's face and just slaps out anyone who's doing image generation. Google comes in enough to warrant a tweet from Sundar himself and talks about Imagen video, a new text condition video diffusion model that generates 1280 by 768, 24 frames per second HD video. On top of that, they drop what I'm guessing is pronounced Phenaki. And that one has long, coherent videos for a sequence of text prompts. Super fascinating. I'm going to specifically talk about Imagen video today, but I'm going to do a dedicated video on Phenaki because it's just mind-blowing what is possible. You've got this part here, completely generated. Obviously, struggles with text and spelling, but overall super fascinating. And then you can see the responses starting to come. I'm excited. I'm scared. All these wonderful things. Now, one thing I wanted to do is give some credit to some of the people who are behind this. So I've got one of the credits is specifically Phenaki, but then I've got Jonathan Ho, who originally announced Imagen video, and then he's tagged a bunch of great people in it. So in Google, or in the YouTube video in the description, I'll drop these links, and these are definitely people who are worthwhile to follow. All of them working sort of Google AI, Google Brain team, and just doing some mind-blowing stuff. So if you're interested in this, definitely some people to keep tabs on as they're going through. And I just wanted to hop in on a couple things. So there was sort of make a video last week, and then like this sort of the register says here, Meta, we can do better. We can do it even better. And so one of the challenges with the Facebook make a video was the actual resolution. So the content resolution of that one was 64 pixels by 64 pixels at 16 frames, and then they were resized using a separate AI model, and then they ended up at 768 by 768. And so that's what happened as we look into one of the links here. Let's see if I've got the right one. Basically, Google, while they're claiming that it's HD, they actually did the same thing. So they used basically some low-res content, which was only, so the original version was only 16 frames at 3 frames per second at 24 by 24. And then they actually boosted it. So they're specifically saying, well, it's higher quality than Meta's make a video. And so in the end, we've got pretty high resolution videos, and I'll just play a couple here. Now, obviously some things not quite adding up, but overall, it's obvious to the human eye that these are not perfect. But I think all of us here who are watching this, who are following this, are like, man, if this is right now, where are we going to be in 2 years? Not alone like 2 weeks. So because again, I've said this before, but just the excitement, the competition, between OpenAI, between Midjourney, Stable Diffusion, Facebook / Meta, now Google. All of these people want to, for whatever reason, I think there's many reasons why they want to win this battle. They want to win, and I don't know if it's a battle. It all is a battle for them, but they want to be the ones who are the leaders in innovation around this sort of generative AI space. And obviously, text to image is one thing. A lot of practical use cases, I believe, will emerge. People still trying to figure that out, but text to video, and especially with this Phenaki piece here, which I'll touch on, being able to tell stories in video through simple text prompts is just, I'm overwhelmed thinking about it. I'm sure, if you've ended up here on this video, you maybe feel the same way. Couple notes on this: not available to the open public. Google talks about how it can be used positively to impact society, for example, amplifying and augmenting human creativity. But at the same time, it can have a negative effect. It can be able to generate fake, hateful, explicit, or harmful content. And I'm just going to, quickly show what that could be. So this is, I've talked about this in a previous video, basically Lexica art. And generally what we'll see here is there's starting to be a little bit of some sexualization of the images that are being, and the reason a stable diffusion doesn't really limit the kind of text prompts that are able to put in the system. It's open source and that creates a lot of value, but it also can create problems. What I was looking to hone in on here is that there are images and videos of celebrities who we know. So I'm trying to find one. There we go. We've got just example, Donald, quite a an ideal version of Donald I think that he would love to see. But the fact that you can just plug his name and you will get true renders of them without their consent, without their knowledge, is pretty dangerous. And I think that's what Google is talking about now. Google, in its past, doesn't always not always the most considerate of people's sort of privacy and the ramifications and consequences of technology. But I think we all see that this one has such mind-blowing consequences that are possible with what's being unleashed here, that they are considering the best way to do this, just like OpenAI did. And again, it's not going to be ideal. There are going to be problems and challenges along the way, but in the end, there's a lot of things that can come from this. So in the end, I wanted to show, I think I've got this last little clip I'll show. This is from the Phenaki, and basically there was with a prompt, and so they share the prompt, and then they show, what actually, comes out of it. So I should shut up and just watch this. So basically storytelling through video. And I got to stop here because I've got another video I want to spend wholly on this, because it's just absolutely insane what is actually taking place here. But generally the idea here is that they're going to combine this with Imagen's video, sort of low res to high resolution endpoint that's possible, and then combine it with Phenaki's sort of understanding of storytelling structure through detailed prompts that can create longer videos. And they're saying there's not even there won't even be a limitation. There's just an arbitrary length with no limits. So that's it for me today. I thank you for checking this out. I just needed to jump on and share a couple minutes on this Imagen video release, which is obviously super fascinating, thrown in, following just after Meta and everything else going on. And I think that we're probably going to have a lot more of these videos, of these releases, of these announcements coming out in the not too distant future. If you're interested in following those, I'll be doing my best to cover them. It's hard at this breakneck speed, but I'm doing my best considering all things considering. And I thank you for checking this out. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend if you're checking this out then. Thank you so much for being here with me. Bye-bye.